Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 2 of our new season of the Nerds of the Square Table podcast. I'm Aslan.
I'm Dylan.
And today we're going to be talking about some Call of Duty Zombies wonder weapons.
Yes.
We've ranked the maps, and now we're going to be talking about the top 10 best wonder weapons.
Yes, best wonder weapons, which will also foreshadow a future list. We will also be doing the top 10 worst wonder weapons
In a different episode.
in a future episode.
Yep.
But today we're talking about the best ones, and we are also drinking one of the best perks, which is PhD Flopper.
So, if you are at home, you go get yourself a drink of whatever you want. And if you want to know how to make this PhD Flopper, go over to Sin City Bartender's Instagram page or whatever other pages he has, because he probably has multiple social medias, because we followed his recipe to make this PhD Flopper. So,
Shout out Sin City Bartender.
shout out to Sin City Bartender.
You're the man.
Non-sponsor. But,
You're the man, man. That's all I'll say. But yes, we are going to dive into the top 10 best wonder weapons in all of Call of Duty Zombies.
Yep.
Specifically Treyarch, I should say.
Specifically Treyarch, we're not doing like Infinite Warfare, even though there are a couple good weapons.
There are a couple good weapons in Infinite Warfare, and yeah, but I think Treyarch is probably the king when it comes to zombies and everything.
Yeah,
like that.
they are.
So,
All right, well, let's
cheers.
cheers. Let's get this rolling.
Yes. Yes.
Very good.
I am ready to explode.
All right. So since this is just a basic top 10, you want to go right into the top 10? Or?
Sure, why not? Yeah, there's not really any honorable mentions, I should say, for these lists.
Yep.
At least not for me. I don't know
Me
about you.
neither.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So you might find our list surprising, but this is just us personally. Okay. Alrighty, so we're gonna go down to start off with
Number 10.
number 10.
And by the way, I did not rank these based on iconicness.
No.
Because there is one that you guys will look at me and be like, that's not on your top 10 because it's iconic. And I'm like, no, because there are so many wonder weapons that are better than it.
These are based on power
Yes.
and
Power.
how much damage these things do
Yep.
in zombies, okay? Whereas some wonder weapons that we might not have on this list is not to say that we love using them, but
There's actually one on my top 10 worst list that I love using.
hence my point.
So,
All right, so going down to number 10, we're going to start with the Call of Duty game that started zombies, which is World at War, which also made its debut in World at War, and also came back in Black Ops 3 as a different variant. I am talking about the Wunderwaffe DG2 and DG3.
all right.
The Wunderwaffe is, in my personal opinion, a very underrated weapon. I mean, you line up a bunch of zombies in line, you shock them, they go poof.
Yep, that's pretty much what happens.
One of the best wonder weapons created by Richtofen himself, and in my personal opinion, I think the Wunderwaffe is a little bit more powerful in Black Ops 3. Well, it is because it's an upgrade. It's a DG3.
Yeah.
But the Wunderwaffe is not a lot of people that I know really use it that much. I have no problem using it whatsoever. I think it is very enjoyable to use. It's very useful to use, especially when you have a train on your hands. That is when you want to use the Wunderwaffe.
Yep, agreed. So my number 10 is also a very good training weapon. Made its debut in Black Ops 2, and I believe was only in Black Ops 3 after that. The Ray Gun Mark II
Wow.
is my number 10.
That low. It's still good.
Yeah,
I'm not criticizing.
yeah. The Ray Gun Mark II. So, just like you said with the Wunderwaffe, the Ray Gun Mark II is also very good for training.
Yeah.
Because, it's a 3-round burst with each round burst of the weapon, each round being a one-shot kill, which is fantastic.
Very, very good.
And, of course, it's the upgraded version of, it is the Mark II upgraded version of possibly the most iconic gun in the game, the ray gun, which did not make this list.
That's understandable. I know a lot of people really don't have the ray gun as like one of their favorites.
Now, if we were ranking by iconic, that would be number 1.
Oh, absolutely.
But we're ranking by actual power and how much, and like, not even necessarily how much I use these weapons, but how much just pure power these weapons have behind them.
Exactly.
And it's just way weaker than the rest of these weapons as a whole. But the Ray Gun Mark II is very powerful. I think it improves on everything to do with the Ray Gun, in my opinion. I believe it improved on the design. I believe it improved on the functionality. You didn't have to deal with splash damage.
Nope.
There's just a lot more pros to the Ray Gun Mark II than there was to the Ray Gun.
Yeah, I will agree with that. However, I will have to differentiate with you on one thing you said, and that's because my number 9 is the ray gun. Just the original ray gun, the one that started it all in World at War. The ray gun's fun to use. The ray gun's powerful to use. I mean, if you play any zombies game, whether it's Black Ops 2,
it's in all of them.
It's in all of them. It's in all of them. But you know, ray gun's iconic, and it is a very powerful weapon to use. It does have its downfalls though, with it being not as powerful when it gets to higher rounds.
Yeah.
And again, another downfall is splash damage. You have to have PhD or some other sort of protection if you want to keep using this super up close. But the ray gun is one of the most iconic weapons in zombies, and definitely on an early round, you're gonna get excited if you have this weapon.
Oh yeah,
in your stock. And I will say, with the newly released Black Ops 6, to me the ray gun is broken. I think the ray gun in Black Ops 6 is the most powerful it's ever been in zombies history.
I agree with you. It's kind of broken in Black Ops 6, but I was looking at it as a whole.
I am looking at it as a whole.
Yeah,
it is. So, yes. Again, that's why I said downfalls. It's a little bit, it weakens a little bit on higher rounds, but the ray gun I just put on here because, you know, you're gonna get excited if you get the weapon, especially if you're in an early round. You're gonna clean sweep through quite a few rounds. And even when you pack a punch that thing, you're going to keep going until round 20 to 30-ish, probably around there. But yeah, the ray gun, it's fun. It's iconic. You can't really hate it, in my personal opinion.
Yep. All right. So, my number 9 is from Cold War.
Okay.
It is called the Decompressive Isotopic Estrangement Machine, the wonder weapon from Die Machine. So, this wonder weapon, basically, it just, with no other words to use, it f***s. So it also has a few different versions. It has different elemental variants.
It does.
Like the Die Shockwave, the Die Nova 5, the Die Cryo Emitter, the Die Electrable, and the Die Thermofastic. All of those emit crazy damage. The damage on this gun is insane.
It really is.
Like, that thing's a one-hit kill into
the 40s, maybe.
Into, yeah.
30s to 40s.
Into the 30s to 40s range, round-wise. Like, it's good.
It really is. I have to agree with you there.
Now, I didn't get to use it a ton because in the more recent games, it's a lot harder to pull wonder weapons out of the box. You gotta build them in the map.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you did have to build that in Cold War.
You could pull it out of the box, but it was super
It's very rare, but if you wanted those elements, you have to to the egg.
Yeah, you have
There's
to do
no
the
question about
right,
that. You have
to
to do
get
the egg,
all
do all
the
that.
elements to be able to use all the different elements.
And they're not hard. They're not. But I mean, you got to pick the right one. You got to pick your favorite. Which is why my number 8 is also the die weapon.
Yeah.
But I specifically put the electric variant, the shockwave,
Oh, okay.
because the shockwave, in my personal opinion, it and I'm gonna quote you, it straight f***s. It really does. It gives me they literally disintegrate in seconds.
So, also unpopular opinion. In my opinion, Cold War's Wonder Weapons may have been the best Wonder Weapons series in just pure power out of all the games.
Really has, honestly. I mean, Cold War really stepped up their game after. I mean, Treyarch really stepped up their game after Black Ops 4. And Cold War, I mean, it brought back. It started to bring back what everybody loves about zombies. And then Black Ops 6 just added on top of that.
Yeah.
But yes, the Die Shockwave, the electric variant for Cold War, is my number 8. Because, like I said, it's one of the most powerful weapons I've ever used. Wonder weapons I've ever used.
Oh, yeah.
In the game, it is useful into round 30s, 40s. And I forgot. Can you back a punch that thing? It's been a while since I played Cold War.
I think you can.
I want to say you can. But even then, it becomes even more powerful. And it's a clean sweep through even higher rounds. It's very useful for the egg. It protects you so much. And it doesn't give off any splash damage or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, it looks like you're literally just... It gives me Beam Smasher vibes from Black Ops 6. Spoiler alert, Beam Smasher is not on my list. But
The Beam Smasher is also not on this list.
yes, it gives Beam Smasher vibes. It works the same way as the Beam Smasher, but I honestly think
But it's better.
It's better. Die Shockwave is a better weapon than the Beam Smasher, in my personal opinion. No, it fucks. It's awesome. It is a very, very useful weapon.
All right. My number 8, the Staff of Wind. So,
Origins.
the Origins Staff of Wind. I believe I have one more staff on this list. I do. I have one more staff on this list later.
The staffs are sick.
The staffs are sick.
Very useful.
But the Staff of Wind is a one-hit kill until round 23. And then then after 23, if you're up close, it'll still be a one-hit kill. But if you're far away, it'll stun them.
It's a couple tries.
It'll stun them and leave them with only 15 damage, so you could just knock them out right
exactly.
away. But essentially, all the stabs damage really are almost infinite. Like,
Yeah, for real.
the stabs are just broken.
Yeah, they really are.
But this staff is really good because I just really enjoy the wind staff. It's like the thunder gun.
Yeah, pretty much.
It works like the thunder gun. So you blast those bitches away. You just blast them away. They gone.
They gone. They're like that.
Yeah, and it'll kill them. It'll blast them away and will kill them if they're point blank.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
Which is very ironic you mentioned that, because my number 7 is the Thunder Gun / the Zeus Cannon when it is pack-a-punched.
yeah.
It made its debut in Black Ops. I mean, what can you not love about the Thunder Gun? It protects you so well. You have a little ward on you, blast that thing, you're clear.
Yep.
You're in the clear. No matter what round you are in or you are on, that thing will save your ass till the end of the game. Really will. But the Thunder Gun, it's a huge wonder weapon. As a Zeus cannon, it's also a very big helper. But yeah, Thunder Gun, you gotta love it. I don't think there's any reason to hate it. Maybe because it might just be you can't really sprint that much because it's just a heavy weapon.
Yeah.
But still, the Thunder Gun, it's the Thunder Gun. There's nothing really else bad I can say about it.
All right. So for my next one, we're once again going back to Cold War.
Okay.
And it is the Conversion Ready Binary Repeater Standard from Mauer der Toten. So
I think I remember that one, honestly.
So this one, or the CRBRS.
Yes, I do remember this one.
Because it also has different modes.
It does.
The basic CRBRS, the Diffuser, the Blazer, and the Swarm.
Yep.
So, basically, as you kill zombies with this, they'll drop a new version of it that you can just attach to it and keep using until they drop another one, and you can just keep switching them out throughout the whole game. It's kind of sick.
Yeah, no, it really is.
I thought that made the weapon very versatile, way more versatile than most Wonder Weapons we have ever seen before that.
Yeah.
Because if you upgrade a lot of the weapons, a lot of the Wonder Weapons do have upgraded versions, but you can only upgrade them once, and you have to choose which upgrade you really want to get. This one allowed you to upgrade and re-upgrade and re-upgrade and switch out your upgrade however many times you wanted.
Yeah. There's really no ending it because,
No.
I mean, you can use all three in one match if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can.
It's
a very versatile weapon, which is why I like it so much.
Yeah. Yeah. My number 6. This weapon is from my favorite zombies map of all time. And I don't think anything is going to beat it anytime soon.
Okay.
And if you haven't listened to our past episode of top 10 best Call of Duty Zombies maps, you will find out that my favorite zombies map ever is Mob of the Dead. So this is where I put the Blundergat / Acid Gat on my list.
Oh, so you put them as the same. I split them up.
Well, I just put Blundergat. I mean, obviously one's more powerful, but I just, in general, the Gat weapon, the Blundergat at number 6 is stupid powerful. Very useful when you're trying to kill off Brutus. Couple shots in, he's gone. And I love how you can upgrade it to the Acid Gat, which makes it even more powerful. It's just very... it's a very interactive weapon with the entire map. I mean, use it to help progress to the Easter egg, to get more Wonder Weapons, like the Golden Spork. But again, it's just a powerful weapon, and when Brutus shows up, you can get him in an instant. It's not hard to kill him with the Blundergat, especially when Pack-a-Punch. It's just a great weapon on a great map.
Yep, I agree. But my next one is the Staff of Lightning. So, essentially, if the Staff of Wind is like the Thunder Gun, the Staff of Lightning is like the Wonder Waff. Except fully automatic.
Except fully automatic,
which makes it absolutely broken.
That's very true.
And in my opinion, makes it the best of the elemental stabs.
Okay.
So, at least damage-wise.
Respectable.
Yep, so I really enjoy using this one, especially when you upgrade it. When you upgrade it to the Kamat's Bite, it's broken. It's completely broken.
Exactly.
So, the effectiveness of the weapon without upgrading it and runs out at around round 25, which the effect will no longer kill but make crawlers. But if you upgrade it, it's basically a one-hit kill till round 30 to 40. Which, yeah, that's stupid.
It is.
That's stupid.
Just the stabs in general. I mean, they're great Wonder Weapons in general.
Yep.
I think they are definitely one of the greatest additions Treyarch's ever done.
I agree. Now we're already at the top 5.
Yeah, this thing's going by pretty quick, isn't it?
This one's pretty quick.
Just wait till we get to the worst ones. We're gonna have a lot to talk about on that.
Oh yeah.
in the meantime, we are going to continue gushing about these great weapons that are in these games. And we're going to move on to our number 5. My number 5 is, it's very specific, and it recently just came to us in Black Ops 6. And that is Black Ops 6's version of the Thrustodyne Aeronautics Model 23, the jet.
So you considered the original jet gun in this one 2 different weapons?
Because but just in my personal opinion, because one, they both have the same function, but one's just better.
One doesn't break if you use it.
One does not break if you don't use it for 5 seconds. No, the jet gun in Black Ops 6 is broken. Like, this thing helped me get through the Liberty Falls Easter egg very easily. Triple pack-a-punched, all my perks loaded in. I barely use the sucking mechanism. I always run around that church in the Dark Ether and get a whole big train on me, use my left trigger, boom, pretend it's a thunder gun, and it helps me out so much, which is why out of all the Easter eggs that have come out for Black Ops 6, Liberty Falls is the easiest. No.
Now, if you had the jet gun on Terminus, the jet gun would help so much.
And to a certain extent. Yeah, you really can't use it on the boss fight in Terminus. But if you have a whole horde of zombies going around you, around that base, yeah, for sure. But yeah, you really can't use the jet gun on Terminus. At least on the final boss. You can use it in general, of course.
Oh yeah.
But no. The jet gun in Black Ops 6 made the Easter egg for Liberty Falls much more simple, especially when triple pack-a-punch. And of course, when you have PhD, not going to get any splash damage with it. Now it does recharge. It is a rechargeable weapon, and it does take a few seconds. But even when triple pack-a-punch, it's pretty much a thunder gun on crack. It's basically to me, it is one of the greatest renditions of a wonder weapon we've seen, and I think Treyarch nailed it with Black Ops 6.
All right, my number 5 comes from Cold War.
And you really like Cold War, don't you?
The Ray K-84.
Okay.
Or as I like to call it, the Ray Gun Mark IV.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you take the Ray Gun Mark II, right? You turn it into an AK, and you make it fully automatic.
That's the Ray K.
And that's the Ray K. Like, in my opinion, if there is a version of the ray gun that is the best, the Ray K is the best version of the gun.
Hands down.
Easy.
Hands down. Especially triple pack-a-punch. Any gun is the best triple pack-a-punch. Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah. Like the Ray K is the best version of the ray gun.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Like, come on. It's an AK-47, but it's a ray gun.
It's a ray gun. Exactly.
Like, that's sick.
Exactly. Yeah. Shit, I already finished my drink.
I'm almost done.
PhDs is that good, I guess, folks. Mm-hmm. Again, shout out Sid City Bartender.
Yep.
You're the fucking man. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, what else have you not said to spoil my number 4? Which is the Ray K. It's the Ray K-84 from Cold War. I mean, on one of the most fun zombies maps I've ever played as well. Firebase Z
is so much fun. I loved Firebase.
It is a great map to play. Very fun map to play. But I mean, what else have you not said about it? Ray K-84. It's basically the Ray Gun Mark IV, fully automatic, like you're shooting an AK. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't ask for nothing better, man. It's probably the most powerful ray gun variant that Treyarch has ever made. And, I mean, that's it. That's just it, man.
Yep. All right. My number 4 from Black Ops 2 is the Blundergat.
The Blundergat.
The Blundergat.
Okay. Now, did you...
I split.
Are they split up? Are they split it? Okay.
They are split.
They are split.
They are split. So the Blundergat is just so powerful. You shoot 4 bullets in one shot, and it just mows zombies down even before you pack a punch it and even before you upgrade it.
No.
Just its base damage is insane. Which, if you do the Easter egg to get a free one, that's pretty...
Well, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
But I also, something that I like about it, it's not super hard to get out of the box.
It really isn't.
Really not.
It's kind of one of the more common wonder weapons to get out of it.
You can get it out of the box.
First pull.
You can.
It's rare.
Very
but
easily.
First pull, you really can.
You can get it out of the box first pull. But usually I end up with it 4 or 5 pulls, and I end up with the Blundergat.
There you go.
And then I'm usually set for a game of mob for a while.
Yeah, that thing can really help you survive for mob for a little bit.
Yeah, and even in blood, I'm set for a while if I get the Blundergat. Like, both of them.
Mob of the Dead is just such a good fucking map.
It is.
It really is.
It is. It is. And the Blundergat is an amazing wonder weapon. One of the best.
Usually, hands down. Super.
Yep.
Oh, folks, we made it to our top 3. That was kind of fast.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm tipsy or what, but
I don't know.
But we kind of ran through it. But there's a lot of good.
But also, there's not like a ton to say about them. They're just
We've said all the good things about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we really have said all the good things about it on good games that they've been introduced.
I feel like I'm a lot better at talking about bad things.
Oh yeah, no, I think everybody.
I don't like.
I think everybody's good about talking about bad things. Like I said, guys, wait till we get to the worst wonder weapons.
That might be like double the runtime of this one.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
As I made that list today. And,
I did too.
Oh boy, yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, guys. So we're gonna go into our top 3, and I'm actually gonna go to. Well, I was gonna say my first Black Ops 3 weapon, but I kind of technically already said it with the Wunderwaffe. But if you're talking original wonder weapons, this is where we go to Black Ops 3. This is one of the bows in Der Eisendrache, specifically the Storm Bow.
So I'm gonna give you a little spoiler of just like pure people are gonna be pissed at me. I have no bows on my list.
That's my reaction, folks. What?
No, these are all weapons I purely believe are better than any of the bows, in my opinion.
I can understand that. I can understand that to an extent. I really can.
Mm-hmm.
But the Storm Bow, in my opinion, is hands down the best bow.
Oh, I agree. It's the best
in Der Eisendrache.
I agree with that.
You got a lot of ammo with it. 75 arrows with that thing. 75. So you're not going to run out of ammo anytime soon, unless you use it smartly.
Yeah.
But the Storm Bow is a really good one-hit kill for quite a few rounds. And it's probably, in my personal opinion, one of the most fun bows to try and get doing that Easter egg. I mean, Der Eisendrache is just a fun map in general. But the Storm Bow definitely has its major benefits. If you combine it with one of the gobblegums, Alchemical Antithesis Gobblegum. If you combine it with that, those rounds are automatic, brother. Those things, you'll just clean sweep through rounds. Storm Bow for the win.
All right, my number 3. From World at War, we have the Wunderwaffe DG2.
Damn, you put it that high.
I did put it this high.
DG2 specifically.
Specifically the DG2.
Okay.
This thing kills zombies, I believe.
Immediately.
And here's the thing. I believe the damage on it is technically like it, you know? Like, it is... It literally says on the Wikipedia page, infinity damage with 10 kills per shot.
What more can you say about it?
And it doesn't change going up the rounds.
No, it doesn't. That's a good point.
It does not get weaker throughout the rounds. The only reason people think it gets weaker is because more zombies spawn in.
Yeah.
But infinite amount of damage, 10 zombies per bullet. Especially on World at War Shinonuma, where there's the 24 zombie cap.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about
the
that.
map where it was introduced.
The map where it was introduced.
It goes nuts.
And they put a cap on that bitch.
24 zombies around. Is all they could spawn. That's why you see the crazy world records on World at War Shinonuma.
That makes a lot more sense now that you say that.
Especially since every 5 to 6 rounds is a dog round and you get a max ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
And then when you pack-a-punch the Wunderwaffe, more stupidity.
You're in for it.
Absolute stupidity happens.
It's a broken weapon.
It's stupid.
It is a broken weapon.
It is. It truly is.
Folks, we have reached our top 2.
Yes.
So my number 2, you've already said this, but I put it up this high because of just how much I enjoy using it.
Okay.
And just because I think it's that powerful. And that is the Ray Gun Mark II.
All right.
Ray Gun Mark II, well, first of all, it's so much better than the original ray gun.
Oh,
Much more powerful than the ray gun. It's pretty much an assault rifle ray gun, pretty much. Not as quite as powerful as the Ray K, but it's getting closer to it. It's stepping up to it.
Yeah.
Then
why is it above the Ray K?
That is a very good question. That is a very good question. I think just because I used it more. I'm more familiar with the Ray Gun Mark II than anything.
The Ray Gun Mark II has also been on multiple maps. The Ray K was on one.
The Ray K was on run. Yeah, Ray Gun Mark II is on multiple maps. But you get a 3-round burst with a Ray Gun Mark II. Mm-hmm. You have an explosive variant. Let me try again. You have an explosive variant with that weapon. You can also get that thing dual wielded, dude. Like,
that's true.
It's that thing can really help you go through rounds like nothing.
That is true.
The fact that you can dual wield that thing, I mean,
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, and that's another reason why I had it up above the Ray K. You can't do that. I don't think the Ray K does it have an explosive variant.
No,
I can't remember which.
I don't think the Ray K has any variants.
I don't think the Ray K has any variants either.
I think it's just itself.
Yeah, exactly. But
yeah, and obviously the Ray Gun Mark II got all these variants with
Alpha Omega.
Yep.
That is the map where it improved it on its original plan.
I agree. The Alpha Omega improved Ray Gun Mark II.
It did, yeah. So, but that's just why I love it so much. The original way it looks, the dual wield, the explosive variant, more powerful than the original ray gun. I mean, I love it, and was introduced on a map that I feel is very underrated in Buried.
I agree. I don't know if I'd say Buried is underrated. A lot of people love Buried.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
A lot of people love Buried.
I do like Buried a lot.
Like, everyone agrees that is the best terminus. No, not, what is their name? Victus map.
Yeah, it's better than Die Rise for sure.
I think almost anything is
I think
better
almost
than
anything is
Die
better than Die Rise.
Rise. So,
Not to say Die Rise is a bad map.
and in my opinion, that one had a very good Wonder Weapon pre-patch.
Pre-patch.
Pre-patch Liquefier was S tier.
Yes.
Pre-patch Liquefier
When they patched it-
was crazy.
When they patched it. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at
We'll
a
talk
later
about
date.
that in a
We'll
fourth
talk
shot.
about that at a later date.
The worst Wonder Weapons. You're coming next. You're coming next, buddy.
Okay, my number 2 is the Acid Gat.
Okay, yeah. I forgot you said you split that in two.
I split the Blunder Gat and the Acid Gat and the Magma Gat into 3 different weapons. Magma Gat was 2 spots from getting put on the top 10.
Ooh.
It was.
So
It would have been my 12.
I mean, 12.
It would have been my 12.
Is that good of a weapon?
So, but the
Acid
Acid Gat. Oh boy. Imagine how good the Blunder Gat is.
Which is given.
And then
Already good.
and then combine it with pre-patch Liquefier, and that's what you get with
The
the
Acid
Acid Gat. That is crazy.
It's another one of those.
I should have put pre-patch Liquefier on this list.
Yeah, you should have added it
because it was broken.
subtext pre-patch Liquefier.
Pre-patch Liquefier was broken, and the Acid Gat is broken.
It's very broken. I gotta admit, it really is.
Like, man, if I'm playing Mob of the Dead, I am getting that acid kit.
No, for sure.
I have to get that acid kit because I'm like, I need the Acid Gat
For sure. There's no question.
when I'm playing.
There is no question whatsoever.
I love the Blunder Gat, but the Acid Gat's better.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I really do. But there is a weapon I do like more than the Acid Gat, which brings me to my number 1. How many of the stabs have you talked about today? 2?
I talked about 2.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned one yet, have I?
No.
Yeah, my number 1 wonder weapon of all time is a staff.
What is it?
The ice staff.
The ice staff is really good.
The ice staff is fucking broken. That is the one staff. The easiest to get.
It is the easiest staff to get, I agree.
2. 2. The ice staff. I mean, I already said it's broken. What else? What else can I say about that? It melts panzers immediately. You can clear out a full train of zombies with a single shot. Okay, it even in high rounds, it'll get them within 1 shot. Imagine, and after upgrading that thing, stupid. It does take a bit of time to build, whereas other staffs do. All the other staffs take time to build. But in my personal opinion, the ice one is the easiest to get.
Yeah.
But the ice staff, to me, like, even if I'm on 50 or 60, 1 or 2 hits, I'm clear of any danger.
Yeah.
The ice staff to me is just broken. I do like all the other staffs. I probably would say my second is probably the lightning staff.
Lightning staff is
Yeah,
good.
I'd probably say I think you mentioned the lightning staff.
I
already.
did.
I think the second might be the lightning staff. Wind staff is definitely my least favorite. Fire is my third. But the ice staff, I've used it the most. To me, it's the most broken, and even on high rounds, I can get to a high 50, 60 easy with that thing. Seriously, and upgraded makes it even better.
All right, my number 1. We first saw this in Black Ops. Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1.
You've talked about it. This is the Thunder Gun.
Oh, okay.
My favorite wonder weapon of all time is the Thunder Gun.
/ Zeus cannon or just
/ Zeus Cannon,
Okay.
of course. But definitely Most definitely not the Tundra gun.
No.
I actually, and I'm going to be honest, I actually don't hate the Tundra gun. I think the Tundra gun's decent.
We'll talk about the Thunder Gun
But
here.
the Thunder gun.
The Thunder Gun is a
Bruh.
whole different story.
Bruh.
The Thunder Gun's a whole different story.
The Thunder gun. I know I've said this a lot, but the Thunder gun is just stupid. The Thunder gun.
What else have I said that you have?
The Thunder gun, yet again, is another wonder weapon that has infinite damage.
Yeah, that's also very true.
The DG2 has infinite damage, and the Thunder gun has infinite damage. I don't know if there's a single other wonder weapon that has infinite damage other than those. Maybe the jet gun for the 5 seconds you can actually use it. But I also think technically the paralyzer does too, but I didn't put the paralyzer on this list.
yeah. If anything, I think Paralyzer is probably an honorable mention for me. If
Paralyzer,
anything, it helps you in combat and it helps your partners too as well.
yeah, paralyzer was
It's a 3-in-1. Helps yourself, helps you in combat, helps your partners.
Paralyzer was an honorable mention.
It almost made it.
It was close.
It almost made it.
But yeah, no. The Thunder gun is, here's the thing. Purely infinite damage weapons are better than non-infinite damage weapons.
Oh, 100%.
That's what and 2 of my top 3 are infinite damage weapons. The Thunder gun and the Wonder Waff are both infinite damage.
As they should.
And now here's the thing. The thing that does limit them is their magazine size.
Yeah.
You get 1 shot out of the Thunder gun, but it destroys hordes. And you get 3 shots out of the Wonder Waff, but if you use those 3 shots right, that's 30 zombies dead.
And then you pack a punch the weapon.
And then you pack a punch both of them and they get even better. And they're infinite damage the whole game. It's not infinite damage for 20-something rounds like some of these are.
Yeah.
It's infinite damage the whole game. So,
No matter what round you get to, it's going to help you out.
yes.
Big time.
Yeah, like it's... these guns are broken. They are crazy.
They really are. They really are.
But yeah, it's my list.
Yeah. That was it. You kind of rolled through that.
Yeah,
But
we did.
it's easy talk. It's easy talking about best things.
Now, when we talk about the worst,
bad things.
oh my gosh, I can rant on some of these bad guns that I've got here. And here's the thing. Zombies has so many good weapons that I wouldn't even consider all of these and my worst bad weapons as a whole.
Sure.
Like, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to spoil one. The ray gun's in my worst list.
It's not a bad weapon per se.
It is not a bad weapon.
but it doesn't. It's not really useful. The higher you get.
Yes. All the weapons I think we talked about today, other than when you actually talked about the ray
Talked about the ray gun. Yeah. Exactly.
I think all of them you could do actually really decent high rounds with.
Hell yeah.
I think ray gun you could do decent high rounds in Black Ops 6 now.
Dude, yeah, Black Ops 6 is fucking broken.
But any game before that, I don't think you're pulling high rounds with a ray gun.
No question.
Honestly. Like, you're really not.
Yeah. Completely agree with you there, man.
But yeah.
Yeah. Folks, that was our list.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that was it.
Yep.
Now stay tuned for the more fun lists, which is
Yeah, the top 10 worst
wonder weapons. That's going to be a good time.
Yep. All right. Thank you guys for joining, whether you're joining on Spotify or any of the other podcasting sites or on YouTube or wherever you're joining from. I'm Aslan.
I'm Dylan.
And we'll see you next time.